Well, there is something that is going on. If you're not paid attention, we get in these weird things where just random items, random household items get to be expensive and they're hard to find. During the pandemic, it was toilet paper, and now it's eggs.
I think it's this bird flu.
Yeah.
It's taking out the birds, and then the birds lay the eggs.
It is, yeah. In fact, New York Governor Kathy Hochul, she ordered the temporary closure of live poultry markets in New York City's outer boroughs due to the bird flu
I
presence.
saw that. They were just shutting it down.
Yeah. So from now until the 14th, later on this week, you got to shut down and clean. And it's all about the bird flu that is going on, and it's already hitting a limited supply. And now this is what thieves are targeting. Somebody in Seattle stole more than 500 eggs from a restaurant the other night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
Egg heist.
yeah, they got them on camera grabbing them.
We saw the guy with the van, and then we tried to block them, and then they just almost crashed us, and then they just ran away. But they didn't touch anything. They just stole the egg, liquid egg, and some meat. The champagne costs more, but they stole the egg.
Take the egg, leave the champagne.
Champagne costs more than they took the eggs.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, and just days ago, you had 100,000 eggs that got jacked from a supplier in Pennsylvania. So grand theft egg.
Interesting. You got to be careful with that heist, though. One wrong move and you crack your loot.
No, you're right. You do have to be very careful. So what are people in South Florida doing? They say the interest in small chicken farms is starting to rise.
This is now all the people that have chickens are like, ha ha ha, we
Yeah.
got chickens.
No, absolutely. And a lot of cities actually allow you to do it. You can do egg farming or chicken farming, I guess it would be, in Palm Beach County. I have a friend in Coconut Grove in Miami-Dade, and she's got her own chickens.
Nice.
But Port St. Lucie, not allowed.
Huh.
Yeah. In fact, they're trying to change it. They now have a petition going around to allow backyard chicken farming. You can do it in unincorporated St. Lucie County.
Okay.
But if you're inside the city limits of Port St. Lucie, they're like, no, we're growing too big. We got like over 200,000 residents now. We don't have room for chicken farms. But, I mean, to me, the chicken in South Florida just kind of go hand in hand, don't they? I mean, you go to Key
Yeah.
West and you got chickens walking around all over the place.
They're running down the Duval Street.
I bet people are jacking them chickens now, considering how valuable their eggs are. So, yeah, they're trying to get it passed there. Eastside Acres Ranch in Port St. Lucie is a farm that offers farm visits, party rentals, and photography opportunities. And there's even a place you can go here in South Florida, rentthechicken.com.
Oh, so you can have your own little chicken experience.
Yeah, you can kind of get your own little chicken farm going.
I would kind of love that because in my neighborhood, the HOA, you know, of course, they won't let us have chickens, but it would be so fun to have just like 30 wild chickens running through my neighborhood.
To me, I'm all for it. Now, I guess the question is how much noise, smell. Other than that, though, why would you care if somebody has chickens?
If it's their yard, what do you care?
Right.
If someone wants to do it in their own yard, I say let them.
They were breaking it down on the news today.
Angelina Smith has maintained this backyard chicken farm for 2 years.
They are so much fun.
10 chickens that are now part of the family.
So they all have their own little names and everything like that. I come out here, they like flock to me.
Small farms like this are legal in Palm Beach County, but not allowed in Port St. Lucie. This petition with 300 signatures hopes to change that. Courtney pointing to the rising egg prices, writing everyone should be allowed this freedom. Other people mentioning egg shortages, something Smith doesn't have to worry about.
Here, I just go to my backyard and I grab eggs when I need it. If I need to bake a cake, I need 2 eggs and I don't have any in the house. I just come to the coop and they're there.
Smith says short-term building a coop and buying feed can cost a lot, but long-term,
Egg prices go up in the store. I don't even recognize it with my grocery bill because I'm just out here with my pet chickens.
backyard farms are legal in unincorporated St. Lucie County, up to 5 chickens. Since 2021, 48 people have applied and 13 have been approved.
Okay, so you got to apply to get your own little chicken farm.
Okay.
Now, my question, they talk about the expense of starting it. How long before you start reaping a profit with the way the egg prices are right now? And then how much longer are we going to have these high of egg prices?
Great questions.
So in 6 months, is this even an issue? And here you've invested in all these chickens?
The eggs taste so much better, Kevin, because my friend's mom had a bunch of chickens and she would give me eggs. And I did a taste comparison. Store egg as opposed to fresh egg. Wow, what a difference.
Okay.
It is an elevated egg.
I'm just trying to figure out, is this a good idea? If you're thinking about this today and you consume a lot of eggs, do a lot of baking, does it make sense for you to get your own private chicken farm? Now, Big Prince of Peace said chickens are dirty and they bring rats.
Oh.
Okay. And then Chris had said, well, what about you get your own case of bird flu? And multiple large chicken farms have burned down.
Oh, geez.
Okay. All right, those are things to think about. Noise, smell, cost. Just kind of curious if anybody has done this. Is it a good choice? And Yasik said that apparently in West Palm Beach Incorporated, you can't do chicken farms. So I guess you got to know what the laws are, not only in your city, but also with your HOA. Can you even do a chicken farm? So is this the answer?
And is it better just to ask for forgiveness than permission? Let those chickens run loose in your neighborhood and see how it plays out.
Right.
I'm thinking about doing it in mine. Just for fun.
Rachel said she saw chickens out front of the McDonald's in Loxahatchee today. Yeah, so they're running around. Are people going to be picking up chickens off the street and taking them home?
No one's surprised there's loose chickens in Loxahatchee.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you're doing it, is it cost effective? Are you happy you started your own little personal chicken farm or not? 877-979-WRMF. David broke it down. He's done it. He lives in Okeechobee. He said, I built a 20 by 7, 8-foot tall chicken coop. It was about $500. I did it myself in 2 days. The chickens I bought for $10 a piece. We usually get 6 eggs a day on a good day, sometimes 4 because they don't lay eggs every single day. And it costs $20 every 2 weeks for a bag of feed.
Okay.
So that's what you're looking at cost-wise. To me, that seems like a lot of effort and cost just to... I don't eat enough eggs. I'm not there. This is not for me.
I'm an egg lover. I go through a lot of eggs.
Yeah, and I think that's who this is speaking to. I mean, if you just are an egg addict and it really is putting a damper on your egg eating, then yeah, you might want to look at this if you're in a place where you can do it. But again, you got to clear the city ordinances and your HOA ordinances to even be able to do it in the first place.
I think I ate about 8 eggs yesterday.
Did you really?
I went to 2 different brunches, and I had eggs at both, and I loved it.
And what kind of eggs?
I love over hard. I
Yeah.
love scrambled. I love eggs in a hash. I
Wow.
love over easy. I love all of it.
And you love chickens.
I do.
Feels like this might be a great idea for you.
My HOA would never.
No, not doing it, huh?
They are way too strict and boring.
Angel said that duck eggs are actually bigger and better.
Really?
I don't know if I've ever had it. You ever had a duck egg?
I have, but I don't know if I can tell the difference.
Yeah, I've never done a duck to chicken comparison.
I would love to get back in there and do the work.
Yeah, that'd be something. If somebody can bring it on, let us know. Shade is on here from Loxahatchee. You said your daughter has 4 chickens. Tell us a little bit about the pros and cons and all that, because one person has said that the chickens bring rats. Is that true, Shade?
No, it's not true.
Okay.
They don't bring rats.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't bring rats.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And if they did, it would just be the food and not the actual chickens itself.
Okay. Now, you feed them something interesting, crushed up oyster shells. Can you tell me why you feed them that?
I give them crushed oyster shells because it makes their eggs taste better and it makes them stronger.
Huh.
Did you know that fun little tip there, Virginia?
I did not. That's
Are
a
you-
great tip.
Are you learning today?
I am. Thank you.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Shay. We appreciate it. You love your chickens?
Yes, a lot.
Aw, how many
Yeah.
chickens do you have?
4.
4. Aw.
Yeah, that was the lady that was on the news today. I think she had 10, but she's almost like their pets. She said they come out, they swarm around you, they greet you almost like it's a dog.
I mean, no offense to dogs, but does a dog give you eggs? No, he does not.
No, you're right.
So if you can make this chicken your pet and have a relationship with it, and it's a symbiotic relationship. I mean, you're giving the chicken stuff, but the chicken's giving you eggs.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, the brown eggs that my dogs are laying are not edible.
Those are not eggs.
No.
Those are turds.
Oh, geez. Yeah, one person said the pros of getting your own chickens to get your own eggs: no added chemicals or hormones. They're healthier, more vitamins and minerals and nutrients. You also know exactly what the chickens are eating, which directly correlates with the quality of their eggs. I couldn't believe somebody earlier sounded like you were punking the chickens, but what did that girl say? She said they were grinding up oyster shells?
Oyster shells and feeding them to the chickens.
That feels like a troll job. Like oyster
They
shells?
love it.
Really?
Apparently, it's good for them.
Yeah, she said it makes the eggs healthier if you feed them that.
Huh.
That just feels like a troll job to me. But yeah, she said they keep down on pests in the garden and the lawn. They're omnivores, so they'll eat lizards and frogs and stuff like that. And they're super fun and funny to have. It is truly a pleasure having these chickens and watching all their little personalities.
That
like
is kind of
pets.
fun. That's your pet. Your pet that gives you back something.
Yeah.
So much better than a dog, cat, bird. A chicken gives you eggs.
Yeah. I guess you just got to know it comes down to the city, because it was a story because Port St. Lucie proper, city limits, you're not allowed to have chickens. In St. Lucie County, outside of Port St. Lucie, you can. Somebody had said West Palm, you can't. I know a friend of mine in Coral Gables, she has chickens. So I guess you're allowed down there. That seems like a kind of chickeny kind of town.
It
though.
does, yeah.
They're a little bit more eclectic. They got a little bit of that Key West vibe. going
Everything
on.
Miami and South.
Yeah, but it feels like chickens are working Lake Worth Beach, right?
I have seen chickens in Lake Worth Beach.
Yeah, that feels like a chicken kind of town.
Totally. It's a little more loose, hippie.
Right. Yes. You expect you're walking down the street, you see chickens. You're like, oh, chickens. All right. Ash from Lauderdale said, I don't have chickens currently, but when I did, they were amazing. The smell is minimal. Yeah, I think a lot of people in Broward do, because the national story I saw today might have been on NBC News. It was from West Broward.
Okay.
I think Southwest Ranches is where the woman was. You saw it too, because you brought in her joke. She's like, hey, for Valentine's Day, give your loved one eggs.
I'm a fan.
She said the smell's minimal. Rats, if they come, are a great source of protein for chickens. The chickens are actually a great pest control bird to have. The oyster shells that you give them are high in calcium, which makes the eggshells harder and the yolk taste better. High protein diets for chickens are what makes the eggs more orange and rich in flavor. I loved having my chickens, and you can even get different colors like blue, green, and even black chickens. They don't start laying usually until they are 6 to 8 months old, and they love kitchen scraps, which is great for sending less to the dump.
Huh.
They definitely know who feeds and takes care of them, and they're just fun to watch. Teaching kids responsibility and where things come from, I fully support small chicken farms. And the only thing that would be an issue is noise. If someone wanted a rooster or accidentally got one when they purchased from a hatchery, this year there's a boom in hatcheries due to the avian flu. So if anyone wants to place money in chicken stock, probably be a good idea, right?
Huh.
This is how we do. It's the KBJ Show.